Semi Super Speedway Series brought to you by 213 Simware at Blanchard's Towing and Sim Racer Hub. Tonight, we're going to bring you something a little different with the Super Speedways. That is, we are going to Atlanta Motor Speedway, Hampton, Georgia, just below the city of Atlanta. And I'm going to be real happy right now to bring in Adam Newbert, my partner. He was able to race this a couple of times, and Adam, compared to what we've seen at Daytona and at Talladega, what do you think we're going to see here tonight? Is it the same kind of stuff, or are people going to have to actually lift and use their tires a little more, judiciously?
They are going to have to use their tires, kind of save their tires a little bit better. This is a track that requires a little bit more, I want to say, driver skill than Daytona or Talladega. I think it definitely takes a lot more of paying attention to those around you, a lot more driver awareness, taking care of the tires. Tires, you can pretty much stay wide open around this track until after about 25, 30 laps of green flag racing. That's when you kind of have to really start worrying about having to lift in the corner if you start to get tight.
Yeah, I noticed running a few practice races here. Anybody that's raced this place knows coming off turn 4 used to be real slick, stick out to the wall. Now, all the grip in the world, that dog leg, it pinches guys down pretty quick, doesn't it? It looks real wide there, but it gets tight as we go into turn 1. Something to look forward, I think, to.
Yeah, that's going to be a big action spot on the racetrack. Trucks going side by side and maybe even trying to go 3 wide coming down that front straightaway. Not sure. We'll have to get confirmation from race control on whether or not the red line rule is going to be in effect, which is basically the same thing as the yellow line rule. But here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, that line is painted red. So that is going to make it really curious to see if we have to limit that track due to that red line rule. It's going to keep cars more narrow, keep cars more closer and tighter as we head down the straightaways and into the turns.
Yeah, and to explain that, the red line rules like the yellow line, if you go below it, you cannot advance your position. Of course, you could go below it, keep your position. You just cannot advance your position. And we see that action area involved right now. See Peter Shepard going around here in practice. Of course, when these guys are practicing, they're going as hard as they can go to try to get the best starting spot they can. He's going to bounce it off a couple more times. So Tyler Thurman here, Dallas, Georgia. We've seen him in a couple of races, getting his practice time in. But I'm real curious, Adam. We've seen so much carnage. I'm hoping we can get through a night here tonight where we don't see as much carnage on the track. Guys have a little patience, but I don't really expect it. Do you?
Well, I don't know. Me and Brady, we broadcasted a Talladega race last night in Nazareth, and we had 75 laps of nothing but green flag racing. So, on one hand, I want to say, yes, there's going to be a lot of carnage, but on the other hand, there may not be carnage. But here, I think we have some more aggressive drivers in this race. I think we're going to have some more issues, a tighter, smaller, shorter track. I think it's going to be probably a lot of action going on.
Yeah, I think it's going to sneak up on everyone. And before we get into qualifying and everything here, which we're seeing right now on the track, I'll wait a second here. I was going to do a nice little spot for our sponsors, but we'll look at the 97 truck here, see what kind of times they're going to post. I don't think it's going to matter that much where they start, but of course I like to have my vision unimpaired when I'm in these races, so closer to the front the better, right?
Absolutely. I think qualifying, some of these guys might want to qualify to try to stay out of the back of the pack in this one and try to keep their trucks clean.
So we'll see the nice Rubbermaid 97, a little throwback to Kurt Busch back in the day. We'll see what he's got. See what kind of time he posts.
See him cutting underneath that red line right there. That is legal in qualifying. You can do that in qualifying.
Yeah, we know qualifying, the biggest thing there is cutting distance, right? You're going to have great grip, so you want to cut down as much distance as possible and keep your momentum. So you're going to go for both runs here to Rochester in the 97.
Absolutely. Just got confirmation from race control that the red line rule will be in effect during the race. So that will limit drivers' ability to pass other cars underneath the red line and race underneath the red line.
All right, so those of you at home, keep in mind that red line is basically out of bounds. You can go there, but don't pass there. So that makes that front stretch really, really tight through that double dog leg.
Say, Michael, this is one of my favorite tracks to come and race at. This is my home track. I live only about an hour and a half northeast of here. I was looking at the aerial shot earlier that we had, and I can see where I come to camp out every single year that we come here.
I've been by the place one time in my life. I delivered some trucks just south of there. I can't remember exactly what the road is, but it took me directly by the speedway, and I was kind of shocked where it was, out in the middle. A lot of dirt parking lot, and kind of reminded me of Kansas, the way it's set up with the parking.
Yeah, and actually, out of all the tracks I've been to, Atlanta Motor Speedway actually has some of the better parking. Kind of easy to get in and get out during race time.
Yeah, see, I live close to St. Louis, and if anybody's been to Gateway, you'll know what he's talking about. Gateway is a beast to get in and out of. Everybody's cycling through the qualifying efforts here. See the 5 truck on track now. As of right now, the 98 truck of Leach up front with Chisholm second. Elaine, I'm going to say. I want to say Allen, but I believe that's Elaine. Shepard in the 69, ended up 4th. And Thurman there in the 24, sitting 5th. So, on track to number 5.
Brett McNamara. That name sounds really familiar. I think we've seen him race in a couple races.
Yeah, I believe we've seen him a couple times. Let's see what he's got for him. See if he can post up toward the front here. Definitely inside the top 12. I can't see exactly where it's slotted. Do you see where he slotted?
Currently P10 on the racetrack. Just ran a 32.71.
32.71. So 32-second laps. Probably going to get in the draft. That'll be in the 30 seconds. 30 seconds somewhere in there.
Our pole time is currently 32.28. So he's about almost a half a second off the pace. We'll see if he can improve here on a second lap.
Needs to hold her down on that line a little bit. Possibly. Looks like the 16 truck here. A little throwback Greg Biffle looking number there. Good looking truck, Mobil 1 all over it. Let's see what he can do. I'm interested in what you said, Adam. A lot of guys may not want to start back toward the back, They want to get to the front. Hopefully stay out of the damage that's going to probably come, in that dog leg. That's where I'm going to guess it's going to come from. Right there.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see it. I just cannot wait to get that race underway and see what's going to happen.
See a few other names up in the top 5 now. You got a Nice in the 13 truck, moved up to 5th. That dropped Shepard and Thurman down a little bit. Rochester still in 9th.
Edward Marshall, we just watched him right there on the track. He just put on the second fastest lap, 2 100s off our pole sitter, Connor Leach.
Well, and you saw the difference on what they did. He went way low in the front stretch right there, and he cut the distance. Like I said, cutting distance, that's the biggest thing in qualifying. Looks like we're just about to get to the grid. A few more trucks lit to go. We'll wait and see what we can get here. Somebody may be having connection issues as he's trying to get the camera focused on him. Well, anyway, as we said before, this Super Speedway Series is brought to you by 213simware.com. If you've got a truck, your face, your name, your logo, your numbers, get a hold of them. They will get you set up with a shirt, high quality, all kinds of things like that. Look up 213simware.com or go to Nazareth Racing on Facebook and we can get you in touch with them. Get you set right up with your favorite truck, name, scheme, whatever you got. Also brought to you by Blanchard's Towing and Sim Racer Hub. I like this truck we're seeing right here. The old Ward Burton looking 22 Caterpillar truck.
That's a good looking scheme right there.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that scheme with a 22 on it. Corey Arnold there.
Michael, just to go back to what you said about our sponsor for the 213simware.com, I can 100% affirm that that is great quality product you're getting from them. If you go on that website, you'll see some of my merchandise on there. I've personally used them and gotten some stuff from them, and I'll tell you what, that's great quality for a great price you can get over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till I win one before I buy myself a shirt. You know what I mean? I may end up never getting a shirt. That's the sad part.
Yeah, you might want to go ahead and get that shirt.
You think so? Yeah, one of these days we'll make it through. All right. Qualifying should be coming to an end here just shortly. Seem to be having a little technical difficulties here. We'll get that ironed out. We'll get to the grid here momentarily.
I still got about coming up on 2 minutes left in qualifying. We've had 16 trucks go out so far, and Connor Leach is still remaining on that provisional pole spot.
Here now we're seeing the 29 truck coming up on. No chrome letters, always hard to see at first, but
Kyle Morris. Yep, Kyle Morris there in that 29.
Kyle Morris, we'll see what he's got for the pole sitter there.
Kind of a grave digger scheme.
Yep, bringing back a little bit of the monster trucks into the racing world. I'm sure the Andersons would love that thing. So we'll see what Kyle's got here. We'll see if he gets in, he cuts this dog leg real short, because you can hold it wide open and still get it. That's going to be a little bit too wide to get him anywhere near the pole, I believe, thus far. I think maybe just trying to build momentum right at him.
Yeah, this is just his first lap so far, so he's probably going to try to put it more together here on the second lap.
Does it do any good here? Like I said, I didn't get to race. I only ran practice. Does it do good to run the wall the first lap? Maybe build up a little more momentum before you cut it low?
You know, that's something I don't even think I myself have experimented with here. The turns are so sharp that it may not be an advantage here. You go through the turn so quick that I'm not really sure if it would help at all.
Well, I know like at Vegas, of course, it helps. It's usually worth about 3/10 on the second lap if you can build that momentum on the first. I just didn't know if it would help here or not. Let's see if he cuts it low, cut the distance. Now he's going to stay high. We'll see where that slots him in.
Looks like he goes to P15, improved by about 1/10.5 there on that second lap for 32.48.
And we've seen Leach and we saw Marshall. Those guys cut that dog leg. And here in the 72 truck, we'll see if he'll do the same thing. I believe that would race Vasquez here. If you cut it low and you cut the distance going into one, you're going to save time. Following the dog leg is simply a longer way around. He's having connection issues.
Oh, actually, Michael, that was the end of qualifying there. So he just ran out of time.
Now, this is what happens when I'm a truck driver. Once again, I'd love to be a high above in the booth, but we're on remote location, so I can't see all the stuff. Adam will keep me appraised through that. When we get the season started, hopefully we got a little better system going. So I'm going to do the best I can to keep you all appraised of what's going on. So we got 65 laps tonight, 75% fuel, 3 sets of tires. Stage 1 will end at lap 15. Stage 2 will end at lap 30, and then we'll have a 35 lap run to the end. And Adam, that makes it interesting to me. With 75% fuel, I'd say whoever's pulling the train will have trouble getting to the end. I think the guys in the draft will have no trouble getting to the end in that last stage.
Absolutely, they won't. So it's going to be very curious to see if they're going to be able to make it on fuel in that final stage. You know, give or take, you run about 3 caution laps after you end the second stage. So really, you're shortening up that stage to about a 22, 21 lap run.
All right, and I'm going to ask Adam now to give you all the starting lineup for today's race.
All right, guys. Connor Leach was able to hold on for that pole position in that number 98 machine. He'll be starting out front, leading the field to the green with a 32.28. Followed by Connor, we've got Edward Marshall in second position, Danny Chisholm in third, Doug Lockroad in fourth, TJ Elaine in fifth, Jake Blair in sixth, Michael Neeson seventh, Peter Shepard heading up that eighth position, Tyler Thurman in ninth, and Larson Parker is going to round out that top 10. Davis Rochester will be 11th, Corey Arnold will be starting 12th, Sean Hattery in the 13th position with Kyle Morse Lined up alongside him in 14th, Brett McNamara will be starting 15th. Bradley Stefane in 16th. Torrey Thompson, who actually won a dual race on Monday night in the Monday Night Truck Series here in Nazareth, so he might be someone we can watch on this restrictor plate race. He was able to grab one win earlier this week. He'll be starting 17th. Looks like that was all of our trucks that put down a lap. We've got about, looks like about
six more.
Yeah, it looks like about 6, maybe 10 more. If they're still,
Yeah.
let me check and see, run through.
Looks like 24 trucks on my slate. No, there's several more.
Oh, we got about, 15 trucks out there that were not able to put up a lap.
So there's a 32 truck field? 33 truck
33
field.
truck field, yep.
That's a big field for any race on iRacing, so this is going to be a congested first few laps. We'll see how guys play. We'll see if we get anybody fall to the back, come to the front. To me, I'm real interested in this. I didn't get to race it in our league. I really didn't even get time to watch it, so I'm interested to see how this plays out with a pure hammer down for 25 laps or so before the tires start to wear out. I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely, the field comes through turn number 3 and 4. Michael Pacecar's about to pull off. We're going to give it to you for the green flag.
All right, so we got Leach up front, the 16 next to him. There goes the pace truck. Barney the flagman. We're in the guys go restart zone, and we are away and racing. Leach with a good start inside with the 37 truck there. Going to give him a good little push to get going. We'll see how this outside lane does. Once they get it built up and wrapped up, they should have pretty good momentum on that outside. Somebody already trying that extreme high line. I don't know if he was trying it or just forced there.
Yeah, it looks like
So
they're
Leach-
thinking about going 3 wide coming off turn 2, Michael, but the 69 thought better of it on that outside. Oh, we got a
big.
ball.
Big checkup right there. Yeah, a little higher than expected, and the wall come up to him a little quick. Wasn't exactly sure who that was. It was the running second behind Marshall at the time. So Leach on the bottom. Looks like the 87 truck behind.
Was Doug Lockrow in that 27 machine that we saw get the wall.
Okay, Mr. Lockwell got it. So
Yeah,
we got Chisholm.
13.
Chisholm already going to the outside. Leach going to stay glued to the bottom. I think that's a smart play right now. Stay glued to the bottom, get you a pusher. You see the 13 truck up there pushing, wiggling, wobbling. Very, very loose truck.
Already some tight racing, and yeah, these trucks look like they're all over the place.
Yeah, 13 dancing hard everywhere. Hopefully he'll think better of it. Maybe get out there, get a little better feel for it, come back up, try it again. Chisholm way out to the lead now. Should probably drop low, I would expect. They're going to be coming up on a lap car here real soon. Not sure who that is. And we're wrecking. We are wrecking, but we're green.
We got some more wrecks down here in turn 1. Oh, big wrecks in turn 1.
Yeah, we're going around all over the track. You see the 89 there, he was involved. 97 involved.
You got the replay here.
Yeah, this is the guys that avoided the first wreck, tried to get back into traffic, and just not going to happen.
Yeah, I think something earlier, a little bit sooner, may have started between the 97 and the 69 there. Looked like those guys were already on the apron out of control.
Yeah, that first wreck that we saw coming through the tri-oval, everybody scattered to miss it, and then tried to blend back on, and bang-o, and there you go. 97, 69 around. Now, there is a fast repair available, and for those of you not aware what the fast repair is, that means if they can drive it or tow it into the pits, and they have their fast repair available, it'll give them a brand new, pretty truck, and they can get back in this race, try to stay on the lead lap. One good thing, pace laps aren't as long here at Atlanta. I'm sure we'll go about 4. We'll see if they got any takers on pit road. You might want to come down and get some tires. I think they had 3 extra set of tires. See a couple on pit road right now. Leach, Elaine, Chisholm, Neese, Blair, your top 5. They're going to stay on track, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Michael, as we saw, the first few laps, we're 6 laps into this race now. What was your first early thoughts there? What you saw?
Well, it looked good. We got a couple of guys, they're having a hard time with their trucks. They're a little loose, fighting it a bit. But what I saw was there's more room than I thought. They were giving each other a lot of room, 2 lines, and the top line was very, very fast with a push. You saw Chisholm go to the top and immediately rocket out to the front, which is what I would think it would be. The momentum, I know there's a lot of grip on the bottom, but to me, that's probably meaning there's a lot of tire scrub as well. Sticking like that, I'm going to keep an eye on that top line.
Checking out the track temperature. The track temperature is riding about 94 degrees right now, so it's not a hot day, but it's not a cool day. The track's definitely on the warmer side, so that's going to make the track more slick for these guys. And then they're trying to get a feel for such a tight racetrack in that draft. I mean, there's dirty air moving everywhere.
Well, we've talked about it before, Adam. Okay, it's a fixed setup, which means you can't do a lot. You can work with steering ratios, and you can work with offsets and brake bias. I have always found the lower I drop the offset, okay, I may give up 100th of speed, but I'm always so much more under control in the draft that it's not even the same thing to me. Hopefully these guys have worked through that a little bit. They can get a little bit of that wiggle wobble out, and we'll have a good race. There's no question in my mind we will if everybody can just get settled in, used to the draft, and just get control of the trucks, because there's been a lot of dancing early.
Yeah, lights out on the pace truck now. When we come back to take the green flag, we'll be on lap number 8 out of 15 for this first stage. So about 8 laps to go quick. Stage. Yeah.
Yep, going to go very, very quick. As always, we'll see how they do toward the end of the stage. Do they want that stage win, get that TV time, or do they hang back? Now, I'm going to guess they want the TV time, only because of the pristine announcers that they have right now. They know that matters.
Absolutely. They want to come back and hear us talk about them. I mean, who wouldn't?
Absolutely. I get the best redneck I can get, voice going, and they love it. So we've got the 98 truck. Is that the 38 truck? Looks like the 98 truck. Up front with the 16, or is that? That's the 44. That's a 6. There we go.
38 on the inside, 6 on the outside there.
38 inside, 6 outside. The 87 the Chisholm, 13 truck outside of him.
I told
couple
you
new players toward the front.
98 of Connor Leach is on the inside and leading the race.
I couldn't tell. All right, we're going to get back into the Geico restart zone, and away we go. Connor Leach, another good start. Chisholm with the push, just about the same thing we saw at the beginning of the race. You see if these guys can hook it and get moving. That's a move I was waiting to see. I wanted to see if the if the 6 truck would drop in down there. Chisholm's going to go right back to the top. To me, this is the storyline I've seen thus far. The top has big momentum off the corners, big pushes down the straights. I think this is where everybody would like to be when they decide to make their move later.
Yeah, Connor Leach got off to a great start there, but these guys are fighting back on the outside. That's again, almost had a big issue there. Oh, we got trouble behind them.
Oh, here's the big one. Here's the big one.
Car on its side there.
A lot more dance. It looked like a hook started that right in the middle of the corner, right before the corner. And kaboom.
The
29 truck?
Yeah, 29 truck there of Kyle Morris.
Yeah, Kyle Morris got quite the ride there. But he's still under power. I saw Dale do that once.
It looks like just another bad push from the Caterpillar truck up top. Sent the, looks like the 56 there down into the 29. Put him on his side. Hard hit into that wall.
Yeah, and then we get on the binders and everybody's piling in. As we said, everybody's got a fast repair. Sure, they didn't want to use them this early. But a few of these trucks are going to have no choice right now. That 29 has no choice. 48's not going to have a choice. Probably going to have to come down and get the truck fixed.
Yeah, he's heading around the track right now. I mean, that truck's still driving. Big shout out to these guys back at the shop for building these safe race trucks.
Yeah, good thing on that one. That one hit the side, hit the wall, hit a little bit of everything here. We'll get a straight up look at it. Kyle just minding his business. Oh no, what happened? I'm flipping.
Yeah,
I'm
nothing,
airborne.
absolutely nothing he could do right there.
Nope.
But I
I'm
believe he's probably going to see if he's going to use his fast repair to get back out on the racetrack.
Yeah, he should be able to get back on the racetrack here. If he can get around with the field, jump in, get that fast repair, he shouldn't even lose a lap. We'll find out right here. You see Jacker Tully back on track with the 26. Kyle might just be saying, heck, let's fix it and I'll save that fast repair.
Or he may have already used the fast repair. Not sure if he was involved in that earlier incident.
Yeah, that's one too I wasn't thinking about. He may just have to sit this one out for a bit. Looks like right now the safest place to be is in first. Leach has been able to hold it down. Chisholm right there with him. That 6 truck giving him a good shove. Just a lot of dancing at him. Same thing we've seen the last couple weeks. Guys dancing. And, well, those little bitty hooks, they turn into really big incidents.
Yeah, I was going back and looking, and he's been clean all race long, so that was his first incident of the race. He still does have a fast repair, but looks like he's just going to maybe opt not to use that.
He's going to choose to try to stay on the lead up. Maybe he'll use it at the stage end here. Maybe he just don't want to go a lap down, which I'm not sure exactly. I think I'll just go ahead and take it. I don't think he'll be able to keep pace, but we shall see. This is a big field, so he could get back. Even if he goes down a lap, by the end of the stage, you get the lucky dog, come back around, get the fast repair then.
Michael, we got Danny Chisholm there in the 87 car. He's now up to P2 on this caution. So going to see if he can get a good restart to try to challenge Connor Leach there in that 98.
Yeah, I think that's what Chisholm would want. He's been wanting the outside anyway, so now he's on the front row. He's going to be able to start right there and see if he can get a push from the 21 truck there and see if he can get out with Leach. Leach has been able to get out, get away both restarts so far, so see if these guys can time this up a little bit better. Lights are out, and we're going to go back. How many laps we got left, Adam, before the stage?
3 laps left in the stage, so we'll be restarting on lap 13.
So we will run 3 laps. They will throw the caution one more time. That will be the end of stage 1. See if these guys can hold it together till then, and a couple guys may be able to come down and get a few more repairs, get right back where they need to be. So it's Leach and Chisholm, 1-2. Elaine down on the bottom. Blair on the outside, going to try to give a push to Chisholm. Neese, 5th. Thurman up to 6th. Ellison at 68 truck, 7th. Marshall and Hess. I see Hess moving up quickly. He started well at the back. Already back up into the top 10 here, so he's taking the aggressive approach to come to the front, and I can't say I blame him too bad. All right, coming to the Geico restart zone.
Green.
And Leach is away. I don't know how Chisholm's going to get away with being in front of him there. He's going to have to give it up. There you go. Should be okay. Had room to move to the bottom, chose not to. That's interesting. He should get a draft. Hopefully he'll wait for a dancing partner, and I expect to see him go back to the top side. Leach looked very strong so far.
Yeah, we got 5 cars that have broken away in a single file coming off turn 2, but now that 87 of Danny Chisholm going to head to the outside of Connor Leach here, try to race for this lead. They're side by side again coming off turn number 4.
Yeah, Chisholm got a lane there, good push on the top. We saw Leach try to throw a block a little bit late. Smart thing, got back down so he didn't get ran over. He's now got the 13 truck tucked in behind him there, trying to give him a push. From what I'm seeing, the visibility on these guys are not used to this 1.5 miles. You see them fly in the corner, and the wall is surprising, and it's coming up much, much quicker than what you get at a Talladega.
Yeah, good racing. They're having a hard time getting control of the truck on the entry and holding that steady groove. Coming off turn 4, we're going to get the white flag in the stage right here.
White flag in the air for the stage 1. Leach, Chisholm, Elaine, Neese. All these guys got a chance for the win. We got Blair up top. We got one. Ooh, he got a little loose. Got dropped to the bottom. able to hold on to it. It's not going to hurt him for the race. It's going to hurt him for the stage, but not for the race.
These guys were separated by 1/100th of a second the last lap. Let's see what it's going to be this time. They're side by side, all four.
It's going to be very close to the stage end. Let's see if this outside of my theory of the momentum carries through. And
Danny Chisholm.
don't know that was
Oh, big wreck behind
Chisholm.
Chisholm by 1/1000th
Danny
of a
Chisholm.
second.
Oh, there's that 97 again, the Rochester.
Oh,
and
man.
that's,
David
that's not good. He's going to have to tow.
Man, upside down.
So Danny Chisholm on the top side right there with the momentum for 1,000th of a second for the stage. Super close. And then we see behind here just a bad push. Again, drops him down. I don't know if he tried to grab it back up and get 22. Didn't know where, well, yeah. 22 really didn't know where to go at this point.
Yeah, something
And then,
just
of
happened to
course-
our stage winner, Danny Chisholm. He just wrecked hard under caution here.
Yeah, maybe we can get a live shot of that, see what's going on with the leader, Chisholm. That's crazy. Can you see what maybe happened to him there? We'll have a hard time here.
Lap
Let's see what we got.
Lap 17 heading off into turn 1. See what happened. What was he doing there, Michael?
That almost looks like his something black screened, or he lost vision somehow because it went left and it's just pulled him to the right. That looks like some sort of disconnection of something. To me, anyway. I mean, I can't see him just going down and wrecking and being done. So we'll just have to wait and see if it re-enters or not. That looks like something disconnected to me. Black screen issue or something.
Absolutely.
That is unfortunate.
That's going to give the lead right back to Connor Leach. Very unfortunate there for Danny Chisholm. I mean, he had a great race there to finish the stage. Great finish to finish the stage, and it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's really a shame. You could just see him veer to the left like he just lost complete vision, and then he got on the apron, snapped it back to the right maybe, and yeah, definitely something happened there. So unfortunate for him. Got a break for Connor Leach here, so he's right back to the front. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Nazareth Super Speedway Series. We'll be bringing it to you every Wednesday night once the season starts. It's brought to you by 213simware.com. They'll make you anything you want on a shirt, from your truck, your face, your name, your numbers, whatever you want. It looks professional. It looks fantastic. All quality fabrics. 213simware.com, or go to Nazareth-Racing on Facebook. Find us, and we'll help you get your orders right where they need to be. Okay, Adam, so we've seen a lot of chaos thus far. We're going to get a line back up here soon. What do you think we're going to see in this last 13 laps or so as we roll toward the end of stage 2?
Yeah, it looks like the lights are actually going to stay up on the pace car, so we might be restarting this race with about 11 to go in the stage by the time we get the green flag. So I think we're going to see some more wild racing in stage 2. I mean, it's definitely been fun. We can see some wild racing here in stage 2. It's definitely going to make you question who's used their faster pairs as they go into that final stage.
Yeah, I believe the faster pair is going to be a big problem. Big issue for everybody. So I want to be at the front. I don't know about you. Right now, the front seems to be more stable. We're having some crazy incidents, whether it was coming to the end of the stage there, maybe somebody checked up too soon, might have caused that problem. Then we get the unfortunate incident with Chisholm. But, I mean, that's racing, I guess, especially on the sim. So that's going to give Leach his opportunity with a lane up front there. Nice, 21 truck. We've got Kyle Hess top 10. Torrey Thompson's working his way into the top 10. A couple veterans at the back end of the top 10 here. So we'll see if they can get together and maybe move toward the front.
Yeah, lights going to be out on the pace car here. It looks like they're going to be coming off turn number 4. We're going to have 11 laps to go when we take the green flag here in stage number 2.
Yeah, I'll see if Elaine will push the issue of trying to get his bumpers even because Leach has got a good start every time. Of course, he cannot pass him before the start-finish line. And away we go. He got too big a jump. I think he's going to be black flagged unless Leach spun the tires. Looks like Elaine may have got too big of a jump start there. Might have to go to the rear. We'll have to wait and see from race control. All the while, Nice giving a good push. New player in there. Trying to see the number on that. Yeah, Nice in the 13. It looks like the 24 truck working his way into third there on the bottom. This guy's got good momentum. Tyler Thurman there on the bottom. Good momentum. He's going to slide it right up in front of Elaine. Very, very aggressive move. Trying to get that top line.
Those are some aggressive pushes going through that dog leg. You gotta. Some of these drivers might be starting to say, "Hey, don't push me as bad," or some of these drivers might like it, but you gotta think some of these drivers might be cautious about getting pushed here at Atlanta. We got some real aggressive pushing off season.
Yeah, Lane right there. I'm going to say he had to lift a little bit. It almost looked like he was going to hook Thurman. Which we love these races. You know, we love these races because of the aggression, but we also love these races because they can be super exciting side-by-side lap after lap, which is what I'm looking for. Ooh, very loose right there. Out of that 4 truck on the bottom, that green truck. The 5 there, he was very, very loose. And again, loose
from the inside, the 5 truck.
Yeah, that 5 was very, very loose. You can see it. He decides to bail out, get toward the back of the field, see if he can regroup and bring it up. All right, Tyler Thurman, very strong on that top. It's just lap after lap, that little bit of momentum seems to be working out for that top line. They're able to scoot away just a quarter of a truck at a time.
Yeah, Connor Leach, he's not giving up on that inside line as we see a truck kind of disappearing there, maybe having some connection issues. That's going to scare some of these guys.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to get off the track. You can see, there he goes. He just popped up on the apron, and it's a caution.
I believe he crashed, Brady.
Yeah, he may have crashed right there. He disappeared, and you see those puffs of smoke. That's them trying to reappear.
Yeah, connection issues there for the 8. You know, listen to the radio chatter. He's very confused about what happened there. I think there was connection issues, and
yeah, see the puff of smoke there. See the puff of smoke right there. He probably got turned, and the other guys were able to get through the incident one way or another. Not sure how, but one way or another. So that's fortunate for our leaders. It's bad timing for Elaine. But we had some good racing there. It looked like these guys had sorted out what they wanted to do. Hopefully he can get his connection issues back together and we can finish the stage out clean and green.
Yeah, absolutely. Got some guys heading down pit road now. Might be trying to top off with some fuel, maybe grab a set of tires. Looks like these guys out front, you know, they haven't pitted yet. So,
yep.
Do they start worrying about tires after stage 2?
Yeah, it looks like a couple were having a little issues. I think what these guys will be doing, they'll get their service done now, try to get some track position at the end of stage 2, maybe get themselves up front instead of trying to fight their way up front. That's how I'm looking at it anyway.
Absolutely. I think we might have about 4 laps to go if we get the green flag here, if my math is correct.
Have 4 to go when we come to green, is that what you're saying? Or we're got 4 left?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 4 to go when we come to green. So it's going to be a shootout.
Yep, that'll be great. I'm sorry, folks. Once again, I don't have the live scoring up. I am literally in a semi-truck. That's the beauty of this internet thing, though, right? We can do this on the move. I'm sitting in a truck stop in my truck trying to bring you the best broadcast I can, hoping I'm not messing Adam up too much.
Brady, I think we're doing great myself. Or Michael.
Yep, it's Michael.
As I say, we were doing great.
Yep, we're doing fine. We are doing fine. So we got the 24 truck has looked very solid. We know Leach has looked very solid. This 21 truck to me has looked real good. The 13 and East, little dancy. Looks like he's got a hold of it a little better. So I'm looking forward to these last 4 laps here. Let's hope the lights can go out and we can get it right back to racing. Yeah, 21 doing a little bluff.
Michael, let's talk about some of the things we got coming up in the NASRA Racing League. We got our playoffs on Friday night, starting on Friday night. The round of 16. Congrats to all of our round of 16 drivers in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. I know everybody's excited to get the playoffs going there.
I'm looking forward to it. It's basically the only one I get to race in, and I'm the title sponsor, so I enjoy it. And we'll be at Michigan on Racecraft TV Friday night, 7:45 Central, 8:45 East time. Probably be, I'm going to guess, about an 80 to 100 lap race with the biggest and baddest of Nazareth. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we've got Monday nights. We've got the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. Guys that are just breaking in, getting started. Some veterans, a mix of everybody. Great series starting there on Monday nights. This coming up on Wednesday nights. Also in the works, we got an Xfinity series we're working on. We've got Cup series we're working on. So lots and lots of things happening in Nazareth these days.
And we've got a podcast in the works as well, Michael. We'll hopefully be able to have some news on that, big news on that here pretty soon. But the field's coming out of turn number 4. We're going to have about 4 laps to go when we get this green flag.
All right, 4 laps to go for the Stage 2 winner. We got some new players up front. Got to see his 32 truck working his way in. I haven't seen him all night long. Connor Leach still in the lead here. Oh, no, the 24 truck, my fault, was in the lead. He has to lead him to the line. He will lead him to the line. Good job by Leach there not to pass him. You see Neese fall off the rear of Tyler there a little bit. Then the 21 truck's going to give Leach a good push. Good racing as we go through 1 and 2.
These guys got to think about calming down, Michael, because just like the last 2 weeks, we've only got 12 trucks on the lead lap and still in contention in this race.
12 trucks on the lead lap. Now, we don't know at the end of the stage if we can get there, how many will take the wave round, what we can do. I mean, the culprit, once again, is guys dancing. They're getting hooked. There's really nothing the guy behind them can do other than lift, and they don't want to. So there's a caution on it again.
More issues on the front straightaway there.
Yeah, we talked about it, folks. That dog leg doesn't look like much, but it gets tight quick, and that wall shows up quick. So let's see what happens this time.
78 of Randy Schweitzer here.
You know, we seen Randy on the apron, but no, the 5 just drove straight in the wall and kapow.
Wow.
That 5 truck went straight into the wall. That's one of the weirder collisions I've ever seen on iRacing. That truck stopped, jumped up in the air, and went straight across the track.
Yeah, it looks like he just missed the dog leg there. He didn't cut the dog leg sharp enough. Man, the hit he had on that wall. Wow.
Yeah, 100%. He just didn't turn with the dog leg. As we said, folks, it doesn't look like much. I'm sure you're getting a little bit of aerial push when you're behind a guy, which means your truck is tight and it's wanting to push out to the wall. That was just kind of a crazy incident right there. And then unfortunate for the 78, caught right in the middle.
Yeah, 5.
So that should end the stage, correct?
Yeah, I believe that will end the stage, Michael. Hearing from race control that they're going to be passing out a black flag to that number 5 truck for that race. He'll have to go to the end of the line on the next restart if he's got a truck left.
Yeah, that's a big if. You see him flipping there. Fortunate to land back on the wheels. Flip a little more.
Yeah, he's still
that gyro cam going
now.
crazy. The gyro cam going crazy in there, folks. That was quite an impact, Adam. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever seen one just hit the wall and stop. I think straight in the air, flipping over, catch the 78, and away he went. Looked like our leaders took the chance to go down pit road.
I was just fixing to say, looks like all of our leaders have come down pit road. We had some guys that stayed out there. You know, got one truck that stayed out, the 22 of Corey Arnold. He's going to be the provisional race leader, I believe. Actually, no, he's going to try to get the wave around right here. He is a lap down.
Yeah, I would assume the 3 or 4 guys we saw pit before this caution would have stayed out. But we'll have to see how it cycles through and see if these leaders are stuck back in the middle or if they've got their positions right back. Yeah, it looks like Leach is going to be right there back toward the lead. So the pitting early strategy for some of these guys didn't seem to help. Or they just came back down, took another set, topped it off, realized they couldn't make it to the end.
Yeah, we've had
So
none
Corey
short of
Arnold,
excitement here.
No, there's been plenty of excitement. All these races have been exciting, if you like the carnage and the wrecks and what these brings, because this is what we've had the last 3 or 4 weeks. But as we've said 100 times, none of these guys race with each other. They don't know each other's movements. They don't know how to race within each other. And you'll have this. Once the series starts, the guys get more involved with each other. A lot of this stuff will clean up quickly.
Michael, I want to check in on a couple of our NASRA drivers that actively race with us week to week, how they're doing in this race. Yeah, we got Torrey Thompson. We talked about him at the top of the show. He won a dual race on Monday night at Daytona, and we're kind of seeing his strength right here. He's sitting in that 5th position, seeing his strength at these plate races, you could say. He's doing pretty good. Another NASRA driver is Kyle Hess, back in the 8th position. He's been managing to keep a good, clean truck, actually repping the NASRA 360 Racing Network paint scheme. That's one good-looking paint scheme, but I might be a little biased.
Yeah, we're a little biased on that one, of course. Yeah, when you talk about Torrey, he's had ups and downs in the Friday night series, but the one thing he's always been good at is the super speedway racing. He has been very, very solid with these, and as you said, on the Monday night series, the Sim Racer Hub series, he won the duel, one of the duels at Daytona, which will give him a great starting spot for next week.
Actually, both of our duels ended up with a 3-wide photo finish at the end of both duels. And then last night, in our Tuesday night truck series, we had a 4-wide photo finish at Talladega, separated by 1/1000th of a second.
Green flag.
And that's what we expect here. And there's the green flag, and Leach shoots away again. Great start. You see the guys, see if they fill in the bottom. I'm interested to see if they could get 4 or 5 guys on the bottom, if they can keep up with 2 or 3 trucks on the top. I think the top's going to have 3 guys at least. Looks like they're going to get smart and say, hey, boys, let's put some laps down right here. As soon as I say that, I'm imagining somebody will jump outside and prove me wrong.
Well, I was scanning through some of the radio chatter and heard some drivers talking to their crews and other drivers possibly about just keep it calm and, hey, guys, none of us are going to win this if we all wreck out. So these guys are talking to each other saying, let's kind of keep it clean here. Let's kind of chill out. We've got a long way to go.
Yeah, and that's what we've been looking for. Guys where we can work together. Who's leading right now really doesn't matter, right? We know how these races play out. 3 or 4 trucks can come from well back, make a big run, and catch right up to these boys. But they're doing a smart thing right now. They're going to get nose to tail, and they're going to try to pull away as far as they can. Pardon me.
Yeah, these guys, and like we said, they're getting double file back behind this group of 4 drivers now, but we're starting to see this little 4-truck breakaway. These guys have been able to line up, and they're kind of trying to get away from these guys behind them.
Well, to me, these are the 4, I don't know how to say it, most stable drivers. They're able to basically keep it glued to the bottom and get out there. But you see real quickly the second group starting to get a little bit of the draft, and they should be back up there pretty quick. See Torrey Thompson leading those 2 trucks, and they're actually gaining on those 4.
Well, Torrey Thompson, and it looks like we've got Jagger totally right behind him in that number 26. Actually, a 16 paint scheme there, but so he's actually pushing Torrey towards this group of 4 drivers. You got Michael Neese right there pulling their draft behind them. Kyle Morris and Kyle Hess still keeping up in the draft behind those guys. Rounding out.
If they can get hooked up a little bit here, I don't know what Neese is doing here. They need to stay hooked up so they can get back to the group. I don't think Neese is going to be able to pull out and pass them both at the same time. But he may, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, it looks like he's going to try it.
He's going to try.
He's trying.
He got a big run off the corner there. And prove me wrong. Come on, Mr. Neese. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, I just don't think that's the smart thing to do if you want to catch those guys in front of you.
No, I don't think so either. See him cutting a little bit of the dog leg there. I guess that's probably legal as long as you're not improving your position. See the 29 involved in that early incident, got the fast repair, and here he is back up to 7th place already. So It shows you how quickly you can move forward.
Yeah, Torrey Thompson leading this group of 4 drivers, followed by Jagger Tolley, Kyle Morris, and Michael Neese there in that 13.
Yeah, we see Leach, Marshall, Blair, Thurman. All these guys have spent time at the front all night long. To me, they're doing the exact right thing right now.
And Neese just got super loose going into turn number 1 there.
Cost him a little bit of time. He'll have to hook up with Hess there, maybe get a push. See the Jagger having trouble there. 29 is going to go around him. He'll be able to pull up to the back bumper. Everybody looks a little loose all of a sudden. Thurman going to go a little high. He's been kind of doing this just to kind of keep his momentum and not have to drag a brake. He's been going up high, but we're seeing Thompson starting to close the gap.
Yeah, those guys are catching up. That group of 4 drivers we had now has turned into a group of 7 drivers, and these guys racing side by side for that 3rd position is definitely going to help those guys behind them catch up.
100%. Torrey will be there momentarily. If he doesn't get down, he's going to get hung out. There he goes, back in the line. I would expect Torrey to take the inside. That's what I would do. I would hang him out there and take the inside, shuffle him back right to the rear if I could. Not quite able to do it. And you see Leach all night long been strong. Pretty sure he's still got his fast repair left. Marshall's been strong. 21's been strong all night. These 4 have just they've been putting on a clinker. Here comes Neese on that outside again in that group right behind.
I've got to say, Michael, 25 to go there at the line. Connor Leach, he's looking strong. He's looking like he's the guy that's he's gonna be the guy to beat. I mean, he's looking great up there. He's been able to control the field, been able to stay out front, keep his truck clean.
I'd like to be where Marshall or Blair is on the last lap. See if I could shoot to the outside, keep my momentum, maybe get a partner and go to the front. I could be wrong because, like I said, I've never raced here, but that's where I think I'd want to be. We'll see if they stay committed or not, and I didn't think so.
And
you
there they
kind
go.
of see him. Yep, he was the Marshall a little antsy there. He saw Thurman coming. Now the race is on. 24 laps to go. Side by side, 5 rows deep. Neese going all over the track, top to bottom. Could cause an incident very, very quickly.
All these guys that were talking about, hey guys, let's chill out for a little bit. Yeah, they done forgot about that.
Yep. And once again, this 13 looks to me like he's on a controller. I think he's on a controller. He's having real trouble holding on to that truck. Back and forth he goes. I'll give him this. He's been up there all night. I haven't seen him cause anything yet. See Marshall make the move. Now they're able to sort it out, and he's able to shuffle Thurman. Oh, look out, look out. There it was. Loose into the
Gonna be
wall.
involved. 24.
Kyle Hess got some.
Tyler Thurman.
Oh, there's a bunch of good trucks taken out right there. You could just see it coming. You could watch it for 4 or 5 laps. It was coming. And Neese took the tow. We'll see if he gets a fast repair. He'll have to wait the tow time, however. See what happened here. He just got loose, snapped it back, and away it went. And boom. Collecting all these guys. One guy able to skate by right there. He's probably like, whoo. I saw it coming, thank God.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there. Some of those drivers that we were looking at, hopefully trying to get up there was Kyle Hess. Torrey Thompson was looking good there. And unfortunate 13. You're right. If he's not on a controller, Michael, NASCAR officials might need to take him somewhere to check him.
Yeah, that just, you could just about see it. You can watch the steering wheel just back and forth, And here we're on board. We'll see what it looks like to, oh man, binders on, nothing you can do. On board Kyle Hess here. I'm pretty sure Kyle probably had a fast repair left. Slide in, you can't see. Oh no. Bam. Right into the Door shot. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
He was just trying to check up and just unfortunately couldn't get it back down enough and had nowhere to go.
Yep. And for you race fans there, it's tough.
I can't begin to explain to the guys watching this thing that don't do this of how tough that is to check up and avoid wrecks. It's a lot harder than what you think. You know, you watch it on TV and you think, man, why didn't you just do this? But when you're having to make these real quick split-second decisions, it's not easy.
Well, and let's be honest, Adam, you're a racer, right? You're like, okay, here's my opportunity to make 3 or 4 spots. So you don't want to just slam on the brakes and stop. You think, I'll just drive through. Well, then all of a sudden something's right in front of you and it's over. You know, it's just nothing you can do.
Michael, I've never, and yeah, that's one of my big debates. I've never been able to understand what you just said right there. Why people try to make up spots during a crash, because 80%, 90% of the time, it doesn't really work out too well.
You are 100% correct, but 80% of the guys will try to do it. They're like, well, I got to shoot by before they get their position back on the yellow. You know, I don't know what comes through their mind sometimes. Jake Blair in the 21. I love the block numbers. That stuff looks good. Once again, every week we have that one paint job. And there's Jagger. He was able to avoid it. I think he might have got just a little rear end contact out of that, but able to avoid the big mess. Looks like maybe Kyle Hess right behind got his fast repair all cleaned up and in a real good position here to make a run for it. I thought he had one because he had a little rear damage you could see before. And Kyle Morris has been in the eye of the storm 3 or 4 times tonight.
I was checking out Kyle Hess earlier. He seemed like he was saving his fast repair for the right time, and, well, that was the right time.
Yeah, 100% agree. And then, like I said, Kyle Morris, he's been in the hurricane 3, 4 times. Used his fast repair. He looks good. Looks like Thurman got his fast repair. He looks good. We're at least going to have a strong 7 trucks at the end of the race.
Absolutely 7 trucks, and when we get the green flag, we'll have about 17 laps to go.
I want to give a big shout out to Adam Flieger in the producer's booth tonight, giving us these shots from Atlanta, doing a great job. 213somewhere.com, bringing you all the action here at the Super Speedway Series with NASRA, the North American Sim Racing Association. Look us up if you want to join. We're going to have something for everybody real soon, from the best of the best to beginners. We're going to have something for everyone to drive at least one time a week. Matter of fact, they're talking about the Cup Series is going to run the actual Cup schedule, open setups, the whole deal. So they're going to go with the best of the best that you can find on the service. Excited about all of it.
Green, green, green.
Yeah. So we're going to get the green flag here. 17 laps remaining from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
All right, so Leach back out to the big jump again. You're going to see Jagger right behind again. 21 truck looking good. 16 truck back up front. He's been leading a little bit as well today. Yeah, a little early for that, Connor. Come on now. We don't need to block that hard with 17 to go. I think they all know the top would go if they get them all hooked up. I think they all know it. Kyle Hess already seen it. He's like, nope, I'm backing up out of here. Keep in touch with the draft a little bit and get out of the storm.
I tell you what, if there's any late race picks, Michael, I think my picks, you know, Connor Leach is up there looking strong, but I've got to pull for Kyle Hess, man. He's got one due to him.
Yeah, I think Kyle he's playing this smart. He's seeing these guys, they're rim riding, they're at the wall, they're back down, they're side drafting, they're loose, and he's like, no. I'm getting the heck out of here. We'll fight another day in a little bit.
Yeah, just laying back, maybe thinking, hey, these guys might just all wreck each other. I might be the last one left out here.
Very, very possible. See Leach, he's been just steady as you could go all night long. Riding the bottom, staying on the bottom, side drafting. That's what you got to look for. You get these late side drafts. Somebody wants to side draft down, the other guy wants to side draft up. Well, contact will ensue. Here we see Thurman. He's coming back through. He's had a good truck all night. Now he's got a new one, so it's got to be good. New tires, new paint, new everything. Them boys are fast in that pits, man. Put the new wrap, everything on that, about 14 seconds.
I'm telling you, these guys build great safe race cars, and they've got some of the fastest and most skilled pit crews in the world, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
These guys double file. I mean, these 4 drivers right here, they want to race this thing out. And, you know, coming to about 13 laps to go right here at the line, it's going to get exciting.
All right, now, you see Hess, he's still got touches.
Oh, the leader, Connor Leach. He's been strong all night.
Got a little loose, and that gives the 21 truck just a chance to jump away. If he can get a good push here from the 16 truck, they got a chance to drive off right here. If they can just hook up and do it. Just hook up and drive off. Let's see if they can get it done. Yeah, that was a scary moment for Connor.
Yeah, I saw Kyle Hess. That's you know, he thought something bigger was going to come out of that. He checked down really hard thinking that may have been a bigger incident than what it was. He may have hurt himself just a little bit, lost his draft back there.
Yeah, we saw that happen to him at Daytona as well. He missed the incident, of course, but lost the draft. And that lost his opportunity. There we see all guys caught right back up. Didn't take very long. Nobody able to drive away, and Connor Leach going right back to the outside.
Real aggressive. Kyle Hess may have an opportunity just yet.
Yeah, if they'll stay side by side, he should be able to get a little sniff and try to get back up there. Thurman and Leach hook up, I think they'd be a deadly duo. Especially with the outside momentum. See Jagger doing a great job. Tyler back to the bottom. Oh,
Again.
Oh, Connor, loose right there. What is happening with that truck all of a sudden? Did he not take tires and take fuel only to keep that track position?
I've got to think he's just trying to be real aggressive, trying to get back to that front right here.
Something on the truck has changed because that's twice. We've seen him just almost lose it.
I got to tell you, Michael, 10 laps to go. Look who just popped back into the picture. Kyle Hess used that to his advantage this time and got back in that draft.
Yeah, if he can get there to the 29's rear bumper and then set sail with somebody on the outside, I expect him to go to the front before it's said and done. Yep, he's there. He's got a draft now. So here we go. Connor going to try this again. Bring Thurman with him. Back to the outside. Going to pick
up. Really good.
Yeah, this is good, right? This is good racing right here. Everybody's going to be able to snug in. Oh, Jagger, stay off that line. And it took these boys no time. Big push. Will he drop to the bottom or will he stay with him? Boom!
Oh, got another incident there.
Great save on those guys. I think Kyle thought that one was the end of it too.
Yeah. He's definitely, being very careful. But, coming to 7 to go. Now we got 3 drivers kind of pulling out. These 3 guys behind them, they got to get lined back up and get that draft.
Yeah, we got Marshall, Leach, Tyler there with them, Thurman.
These guys are flying down into these corners about 180 miles an hour, and they've got a handful every time they do it.
I'm going to look for Morris and Blair and Tully here, trying to get with Thurman pretty quickly, head to the outside, see if they can make a run to the front. 7 laps to go. That 16 truck looked good, but they're going to leave him hanging.
Yeah, Thurman's going to push Leach on this outside right here, heading down into turn number 1.
Big push from Thurman. Let's see if Leach will drop back to the bottom. He's been there all night long. I would expect him to. But, as we said before, that momentum on the high side is hard to beat when you have numbers.
Yeah, and I'm looking back at Kyle Hess. I still don't think he's out of this, Michael. I think he is still, maybe, these guys are racing so hard, he may be able to get back this draft back right here. 5 to go.
5 laps to go. Thurman jumps to the bottom, gets the lead, getting the big pushes through them tri-oval. As you said, those double dog legs are hard, and they're going to have to watch it.
16's going to have to be very careful with his pushes right here. I'll tell you what, Kyle Hess popping back in this picture.
Yeah, if he can get...
And there goes Connor Leach, and this time, He goes around.
That's going to bring out a yellow. That'll get us a green-white checkers here. We'll see how badly his truck's hurt. Probably not too bad. But did he get loose on his own again, or did he get a little help that time?
It's like him and that number 21 machine of Jake Blair got together.
Yeah, Blair getting together with him. See if we can get us a
no,
replay.
he got a look right here, Michael. He gets a hook from the 16, gets him sideways. Blair had nowhere to go behind him.
Yep, 16 truck coming up off the bottom. As we said, visually, if you guys haven't done this, the only thing he could see at that time was the rear bumper. Corner caught up to him quick. And unfortunate for Connor Leach.
Michael,
Strong.
I can't think that 16 meant to do that, but this is kind of what we talked about earlier. You know, we're about 30 laps into this final run right here. These tires are getting worn out, and these trucks are getting tight getting down in these corners.
Yeah, you could see it from Leach earlier. As we said, he was getting loose, kept getting loose. Now we got guys, if you're just a skosh late into the corner, a little tight, pushing up, arrow. Tires matter. That's what I was wondering. Long enough run, tires matter. All right. So we got Thurman. We got the 29 there. We've got Jagger. We got Kyle Hess, top 4. This will get interesting. Who's going to go with who? Not a lot of trucks left, but who's going to go with who?
I'll tell you what, looking at Jake Blair, it looks like he come down and got his fast repair, and it looks like Connor Leach was able to get his fast repair too. So those guys are not out of this race. They're still in this thing.
Now, with that fast repair, they'll be able to get back here and not lose a lap. And brand new tires, brand new everything. Maybe it'll be a little advantage for them coming from the rear. Should be exciting either way.
Yeah, you're right. If those guys got fresh tires and these guys are on about 30 lap old tires, this is going to be real interesting.
Yep, we'll see if they've got the hoot spy, or whatever you want to call it, to go 3 wide, because I think you're going to get side by side all the way to the end. We'll see if they get anywhere to go. Good to see Kyle Morris. You said early incident, flipping upside down, got the fast repair right here. He is second place. Been in a ton of situations where he could have got taken away and then stayed right there. Jagger Tully, right, strong the last 30 laps, been strong. Got the track position, kept it. Then we see Kyle Hess. Played the right strategy, stayed back. Green-white checker, he's going to start 4th. Give somebody a push to see what he can end up with. Then that'll bring everybody back in. We know Thurman's been strong all night. Interested to see what this fast repair will do for these guys. New tires, new everything. See if it does matter. We know back in the old days this would have mattered because tire spin was huge at Atlanta on restarts. Shouldn't have that issue now. Thurman should be able to just put the wood down and don't lift from here to the end and see what he gets.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Green, white, checkered. We've got 2 attempts at these. If they make it back to the white flag, the next flag ends the race. Any wreck before that or incident, and we'll try it again.
So we should see the pace truck tuck away. Thurman there. 29 truck looking good now. Hess on the outside. Jagger Tully on the inside. Blair. All of them back in it. Every person that was involved in the last one, back in it. I look for Connor Leach to be real aggressive here. How about you, Adam? Here we go.
I mean, he's been aggressive trying to get back to that front. It's going to be fun to watch him, see what happens.
All right, green-white checker finish, folks. Back to the restart zone. Thurman on the loud pedal, and away we go. He gets way out ahead of Jagger. We'll see if Kyle Hess can get to him before.
Great start from that front row. So they head down to the turn number 1. Everybody's trying to see if they got a partner. Leach and Kyle Hess on that outside. I'll be watching them right here. You know, Leach.
These are the
big push.
Yeah, these are the 2 I'm looking at.
Here they come, and
a block from the 29 is going to get Hess, and we will not make it to the white flag, and we will do it one more time.
As a late
Big
block
block.
for the 29. Kyle Hess coming with a huge push from Connor Leach. See if we can pull up the replay here.
Yeah, they were going straight through the front. They were hooked up.
Man, they were coming too, and wow. We talked about it. I just said they were going to get hooked up and pushing, and man, they were pushing.
Yeah, they were coming with a huge head of steam. You see these guys saw him. Thurman trying to take a little air away.
Don't know if the 29 was trying to follow Thurman, try to keep in his draft and push him, and just didn't see those guys coming with that big fast run.
Yeah, don't look like the 29 moved at all. Maybe Hess thought there was enough room there, just not quite enough. Not a ton of damage. They should all be able to stay into the green-white checkers, but you see them. I mean, they're coming 10 mile an hour faster.
Here's the replay. Looks like the 29 comes up just a little bit, but like I said, it looked like he was trying to follow that leader's draft and just did not see that huge run they had on the outside.
Yeah, those guys were coming with such a head of steam. The spotter probably wouldn't even have called it out. So we will re-rack them. We'll go one more time. One more time.
Race control is shorting this caution. We are now 1 to green, so we're going to go pretty quickly here.
Oh, good. That's good. Now we see Jagger working his way to the front. Right there with Thurman. Blair on the inside. Kyle Hess to the pit road. I'm pretty sure things are steaming in Memphis, Tennessee right now.
Connor Leach is coming back off of pit road. Doesn't look like his damage is too bad. He's definitely got some front end damage. He's going to rejoin the pack right here, so he's still not out of this thing yet.
Yeah, truck doesn't look terrible. We don't know if it'll be up to speed or not, but with the draft, sometimes it don't matter. He may be able to push someone if he can just stay hooked in there.
Coming through 3 and 4, Tyler Thurman's going to lead this group of 5 back on this restart. We got Jagger Tolley there in that number 16 machine. Restart second, Jake Blair third, Edward Marshall fourth, and Kyle Morris fifth. Connor Leach will be restarting sixth.
I'm looking for Marshall right here. He's been very aggressive all night. He needs to stay hooked up, get to the restart zone, and away they go. Green flag in the air, last start of the day. Good start by the bottom row. The top Jagger not able to get up to speed quick enough. Might be part of his strategy, though. Stick back, get a big run. You see Blair. Thurman out front. Blair. Tully. Here we go. We're going to hook them up. Let's see what kind of run we can get on the leader. Somebody spinning out of control in the back.
That's going to end this race.
That's going to end it. That's going to end it, but Tyler Thurman's going to win it.
Yeah, it looks like just some more aggressive pushing from Connor Leach. He already has taken the blame and has already apologized to those 2 drivers. Just pushing aggressive. I was about to say these 2 were looking like the only guys that were getting hooked up right here at the end. But just being way too aggressive trying to get it going there, and unfortunate for these guys. Unfortunate end of the race. I really wanted to see this one play out.
Yeah, as well as I did. But let's just give it to Tyler Thurman. Played a great strategy, had a fast repair when he needed it, able to work himself right to the front, take the win away. And I would have liked to have seen what Tully and Blair could have done right there. I think both of them hooked up, they would have been there soon. See the damage trucks coming to the checkers. Your winner, Tyler Thurman, in the 24 machine. 21 to Blair runs second. Tully third. In the 16, I believe it was 26 on the scoring, but in the 16. And we'll see Tyler Thurman. He'll probably burn it down real nice and pretty. Here we go. And Adam, what did you think, bud? Kind of played out the way we thought, right? A lot of guys too aggressive early, but you can see this track has big potential for some really good racing.
I think with a really good group of drivers, this track could be a lot of fun. I mean, kind of lived up to what we were saying, that cars are going to be all over the place. Cars are going to be really tight, really fast racing. I mean, that's exactly what we saw. I mean,
yep. I enjoyed the whole thing, to be honest. I don't get to do a lot of these that are shorter like this. This is really good. The racing was great. When they were racing and not wrecking, the racing was great. So we can see the potential of the track. we'll wait here until we can get our top three or whoever we can find in the booth here, and we'll give them a nice interview. But shout out once again, 213 somewhere for bringing us these images, and Adam Fleeger in the studio, bringing the pictures. You, Adam Newbert, thanks for being along for the ride with me so far. Once we get them in the booth, we'll bring them right to you, folks. But congratulations to Tyler Thurman.
Michael looking around, seeing if we can pull. Not seeing our top three drivers, showing up in the waiting room yet, but we'll give them a little bit more time. And if not, we can pull some other people up. Michael, gotta say, I always love watching these races at Atlanta. I liked it before they paved it, but what do you think about the new pave on it?
Well, like I said, I loved the track. I loved racing the old track. You had to really conserve tires, and you had to drive them. But you can see, and that what I was worried about, there is enough room for side-by-side, good super speedway type racing at the new Atlanta. So I enjoyed it. It was about what I expected. I would expect passing would be at a premium with a good bunch of guys just because of how tight it is. But I enjoyed the look of it. I really did.
Yeah, it was definitely some good racing.
And if we're not able to find anybody, let me know, and we will bring you the finishing order here. If Adam will go ahead and jump in and do that.
Yeah, Michael. Looks like we got Tyler Thurman coming away with the checkered flag. Jake Blair, Jagger Tolley, Connor Leach, Edward Marshall in fifth. Kyle Morris sixth. Kyle Hess seventh. Torrey Thompson eighth. Michael Neese ninth. Randy Schweitzer will be rounding out the top 10. Corey Arnold will be 11th. Michael Ball 13th. Jeremy Buchanan 12th. Michael Ball 13th. Brett McNamara in 14th. TJ Lane in 15th. Larson Parker 16th. Bradley Stefane 17th. Danny Chisholm will be 18th. Sean Hatter will be 19th. David Rochester 20th. Peter Shepard in the 21st position. Donahue Ellison 22nd. Sean Williams 23rd. Ray Vasquez in 24th. Doug Lockrow 25th. And looks like Philip Sanchez will be rounding out our final finishing order in 26, finishing 68 laps down.
All right. And
Michael, I don't know if you can pull up Tyler Thurman there. I'm not able to.
Don't know if I can either.
Let's see if we can get some help from race control here. If we can pull up Tyler Thurman. Michael, seems like you've caught up with him.
Tyler Thurman, man, this is Mike McKinnon in the Nazareth 360 booth. Great to have you with us on the post-race show. What was the key to getting to the end tonight? Was it just missing the carnage or saving that fast repair to when you really needed it?
This is my first time racing on the new Atlanta, actually. Each line really got stalled out. You really couldn't get to the front. Once you got to the front, you couldn't get around the guy that was on the bottom or on top. It was kind of even. Both lines were kind of even. But, yeah, I got caught up in it right there. Glad we had a fast repair and try to stay back and stay out of it tonight, but got the win.
As I was watching, I kept calling. I'm so used to Dega or Daytona stuff. So you're saying the outside lane maybe had just enough momentum to get door to door, but you couldn't get through the bubble to get past them. Is that what you're saying? I mean, so both lines are equal?
Yeah, pretty much. You could get the outside line if you could arc the corner a little bit, which was probably a little bit faster. When the four of us broke away, I was playing around, arcing the corners a little bit, and it seemed to have a little bit more momentum. And but just the outside line was preferred lane for me, really, because you could see the inside lane. But yeah, once you got up door to door with the guy on the bottom, it just kind of evened out.
10-4. All right, buddy. As we said, thank you for coming in and supporting the league. Hope to see you do this a lot more. Is there anyone you want to give shout outs to? You got anybody that helps make it happen?
Yeah, my girlfriend Chelsea and my buddy Ricky. They watch all the time. Appreciate them. I don't know if I'll be on the Wednesday night league, but I will. I've already got sponsorship paid for the Monday night league, so I'll be there for sure.
All right, Tyler. Hopefully, I'll be racing against you once in a while when I can. I hope to see you out there, man. Good
All right,
night.
buddy.
Take care, buddy.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, Adam. Do we got anybody else?
Michael, we'll move on to our fourth place finisher. We'll bring him up. Connor Leach finishing in fourth.
All right, Connor. This is Mike McKinnon up here in the Nazareth 360 booth. You seem to have the most dominant truck of the night, and then we saw you get a little bit, I don't know, loose, I guess it would say. Was that some bad pushing, or was it the tires giving out a little bit there toward the end of stage 3?
No, that was I think both times I got loose there. It was or the 3 times I guess. First couple times was just a little bit of contact. Felt a little bump on the left side. I think I was just side drafting a little too hard. I mean, I was pulling out as much side draft as I could because it seemed like the only way to get around someone here. Both lanes were pretty even. But yeah, I was side drafting, got a little bump and got a little loose one time, and then it happened again. And then the third time there is when the real wreck happened.
Yeah, we were just talking to the winner there, Tyler, and he said the exact same thing about equal lanes. And I noticed you were controlling the bottom, all night. But if you got shuffled, you would immediately try to get to the top and get back to the front. Was that just a strategy, just try to take a pass when you had the opportunity just to get to the front?
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. I thought the top was definitely more dominant, but I preferred to be on the bottom for whatever reason. I just felt a little more comfortable down there. I knew I could stay down and then go up and side draft down the straights, try to slow their momentum down the straights, and then jump back down into the corner. But if I did get past, which it was obviously happened a few times, I tried to jump back out to the outside, get the dominant lane again, hope someone would come and push, which I had a few guys came and helped me out there. But yeah, that was a great track for these cars. That's I think the first time I've ever run it. Landing the new layout, it was fun.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. And same thing I told Tyler. Thank you for coming, supporting the league. We hope we see you in a few more things on down the line. You got anybody that helps make it happen? Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, like I think last time I was out here, I didn't have too many shout outs, but the guy who did the paint scheme for this car, the Toy Car Creative, is my buddy Nick. He lives up in Whistler in Canada, where I'm at, and he does some real cool digital art for a lot of sprint car stuff. He does some real cool art. You look up the Toy Car Creative on, I think, Instagram and maybe some other places, but he does some real cool work. But other than that, I'm looking for a teammate for this Wednesday night league. This could be fun.
I hope you can find you one. If I could race it and not announce it, I'd get in there and join you. But I appreciate it, man, and you guys take care, and you have a great night, bud.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. I mean, you guys do a real good job up there announcing. I was listening to it the whole time during the race, so it was fun listening on.
Appreciate it, bud. Well, hopefully we can keep it going.
Yeah, good job, guys. We'll see you next time.
10-4. Connor Leach, everybody, come home fourth. And what else we got going on, Adam?
Michael, I'm going to try to get one more driver in and wait on him to pull up in here in the waiting room.
Alrighty. Well, that was good perspective.
Yeah,
I mean, how equal the track was on top and bottom. I wouldn't have guessed that, but that was good to know.
Real interesting talking to Connor there. He was definitely seemed like a really good truck out there today. So really interesting to hear what he had to say about the race and how he felt about the race. But Michael, I think we've caught up with our 7th place finisher, our Nazareth 360 sponsored truck, Kyle Hess. Let's see if we can get him pulled up here.
Go ahead and take it away with him, Adam, when you get him.
Well, I'm having some technical difficulties here, Michael.
Yeah. Gotta love the internet, man. Gotta love it.
Yeah, well, it's not letting me pull Kyle up, so maybe if you can try, or if you can't get him, we'll just close this thing out.
Yeah, I don't think I can get him from where I'm at right now. So what we will do is we will bring it to a close for tonight. We saw some great racing. Saw Tyler Thurman come out with a win. This super speedway stuff, Adam, is going to be real fun to watch as everybody gets to know each other. So I'm looking forward to what's going on down the line. What are your closing comments for this evening?
Michael, it was a really fun race to watch and just talk about. And, you know, I think this Super Speedway series might turn out to be a really fun thing on Wednesday nights. You know, we're getting some guys that are getting joined up and everything. And I think we've got a lot to look forward to on Wednesday nights. And pretty soon these guys are going to be going from just racing for wins to racing for points. And there's going to be more at stake, racing for a championship. So that's going to add a whole new level for these guys out there.
A whole new level. That's what we're looking for. So after this one, we say congratulations to Tyler Thurman. For Adam Newbert in the booth, Adam Flieger in the production studio, Brady LaBeouf on race control. My name's Mike McKinnon, and until next time, I say, see you later.